Today, on October 19th, American Express made some major changes to the Hilton Aspire and Hilton Surpass. Essentially, the annual fees have increased for both the Hilton Aspire and Hilton Surpass cards, but American Express has added a bunch of new benefits and credits that can make up for that annual fee increase. And then right now, there are some super high limited time sign-up bonus offers that are available for both of these credit cards as well. So in this video, I'm gonna go over the exact changes that were made to the Hilton Surpass and Hilton Aspire, the benefits and downsides to them, and my honest and unfiltered thoughts on those changes, and overall whether the major changes were a net positive or net negative, and if the Hilton Surpass and Hilton Aspire are still worth it. So let's jump right into it, and let's first start out by discussing all of the major changes that were just rolled out for the Hilton Aspire. There have been rumors about potential changes to the Hilton Aspire for a while, so it's not necessarily surprising to see these changes actually happen, since this card is so valuable and it was pretty inevitable that at some point there was going to be changes. To start with, the Hilton Aspire had its annual fee increased by $100, up from $450 to $550. Then if we start with the benefits on the Hilton Aspire that have remained the same, the Hilton Aspire will still give you automatic Hilton Diamond status, a free night award, and those point multipliers have remained the same as well. But now if we get into some of the major changes, American Express did take away some benefits on the Hilton Aspire card, which includes taking away the Priority Pass Select membership, the $250 Hilton Resort credit, and the $250 airline fee credit. Now, before you panic and think to yourself, they just increased the annual fee but then took away a bunch of the benefits, well, they did add some new benefits as well, and they have replacements to pretty much all the benefits that they took away. First of all, they added a $400 Hilton Resort credit that is going to be split up into two $200 credits every 6 months. So if you stay at a Hilton Resort at least twice per year and use services like the hotel, restaurant, and spa, then this will actually be a significant upgrade over the previous $250 Hilton Resort credit. Then, as far as the replacement for the $250 airline fee credit, another major change that was made to the Hilton Aspire card is that they added a $200 flight credit, which is cool because you can use that specifically for flights instead of just an airline incidental, but it is split up into 4 $50 quarterly increments, which makes it much harder to maximize. For high spenders, the Hilton Aspire card now gives you the ability to earn 3 free night awards, because you'll get a free night award automatically just for having the card, and then you'll get another free night award if you spend $30,000 in 1 calendar year, and then another one if you spend $60,000 in 1 calendar year. The Aspire card also added some other benefits like a $189 clear credit, National Emerald Club executive status for car rentals, and then also a cell phone protection benefit. And now the Hilton Aspire card has a limited time elevated sign-up bonus offer of being able to receive 180,000 Hilton Honors points if you're able to spend $6,000 or more in the first 6 months. Okay, but before I discuss all of my honest thoughts on all these changes that were made, and whether I think the Hilton Aspire is still worth it, let's go over the changes that were made to the Hilton Surpass. So just like the Hilton Aspire, the Hilton Surpass also saw its annual fee increase from $95 to $150. Some of the main benefits on the Hilton Surpass remain the same. So you'll still get automatic Hilton Gold status and a free night award if you spend $15,000 or more in 1 calendar year. But just like on the Hilton Aspire, the Hilton Surpass is removing the Priority Pass Select membership, which previously allowed you to get 10 complimentary lounge visits every single year. But they are adding a $200 Hilton credit that is split up into $50 quarterly increments, which, unlike the credit on the Hilton Aspire card, can be used for more budget-friendly properties like garden inns or DoubleTrees. Additionally, the Hilton Surpass added another point multiplier category of 4x back on US online retail purchases. And then the Hilton Surpass has a limited time elevated sign-up bonus offer as well, of being able to receive 170,000 Hilton Honors points if you're able to spend $3,000 or more in the first 6 months of having the card. Okay, so those were the core details of the major changes that were made to the Hilton Aspire and Hilton Surpass, but now I want to get into some of the benefits and downsides of those changes. Okay, so first of all, this isn't necessarily unexpected to see these major changes, because there has been rumors that have been circulating for a pretty long time now about the Aspire card having major changes because that card was so valuable. But even with these major changes happening, one takeaway that I have from the changes, which is a benefit to those changes, is that the main core benefits remain the same. So you'll still get Hilton Diamond status and a free night award on the Hilton Aspire card, and you'll still get Hilton Gold status and the ability to earn a free night award with 15K spend on the Hilton Surpass card. Additionally, another benefit takeaway from those changes is that any major benefit that was taken away from one of these cards was for the most part replaced. This is definitely more present on the Hilton Aspire card, But for example, they took away the resort credit and the airline fee credit, and they basically replaced those with different forms of that same exact credit, but at least they aren't just completely eliminating it and not replacing it with anything. With that said though, one downside to these changes is that a lot of the credits that were added to the Hilton Aspire and Hilton Surpass are going to be a lot harder to use now, because for example, the flight credit on the Aspire and the hotel credit on the Surpass are going to be split up into quarterly increments, which just makes it way harder to actually get the full maximum value from those credits. Additionally, another downside to these major changes is that Priority Pass is being taken away. So if you really value that benefit to get lounge access with the Surpass or Aspire, then that's obviously going to be a big hit for you. And that's not really a thing that had a replacement out of these benefits. Like I said earlier, a lot of the benefits that were taken away had direct replacements, but there really wasn't a direct replacement for Priority Pass. So now I'm going to get into my honest, unfiltered thoughts on the major changes to the Hilton Surpass and Hilton Aspire, whether I think these changes were a net negative or net positive, and whether the Hilton Surpass and Hilton Aspire are still worth it. So first of all, it's never a great thing to see the annual fee increase, because it kind of just shows you that the credit card issuer is willing to increase that annual fee at any point. It almost feels like, especially with American Express, that you never know when you apply for a credit card if that's going to change a lot in the future, because it's been a growing trend with American Express that they'll increase annual fees at any point and also take away benefits at any point. This has been pretty present because it just happened on the Amex Business Gold. It's happened recently on the Bonvoy Brilliant, and it's obviously happened to the Amex Platinum and other cards in the past as well. So it's just not knowing where the line is, like how much more are they going to increase the annual fee and how many more benefits are they going to take away and change before the card just becomes completely unrecognizable from the card that you once applied for. With that said, some of the new benefits that they added to the Hilton Surpass and Hilton Aspire are actually pretty cool, because like for instance, there used to be no credits on the Hilton Surpass, but now you'll have that Hilton credit that you can use to lower your effective fee. And then also on the Hilton Aspire, they actually increase that resort credit. So especially if you can stay, at Hilton properties at least twice per year and maximize that credit, then you can actually lower your effective fee even more. And then also that flight credit, obviously it's not great that it's set in different quarterly increments, but at least you can use it directly towards flights. And then as far as whether these major changes to the Hilton Surpass and Hilton Aspire were a net positive or net negative, well, I think it really depends on your usage and how often you travel to Hilton properties, because especially with American Express increasing some of the credits like the Hilton Resort credit on the Aspire, but also splitting up the credits a lot more with both the Surpass and the Aspire, it's going to benefit people a lot more who actually travel a decent amount and especially stay at Hilton properties, because no longer can you just use a bunch of those credits for one specific trip, maybe one big trip you take per year, but instead, since those credits are split up more, you're going to have to take multiple different trips to actually get the full value from those credits. And obviously you can't force yourself to take more trips than is feasible to you. So you want to make sure that those multiple trips are actually going to be aligned with your organic spending. In terms of whether I think the Hilton Surpass and Hilton Aspire are still worth it, let's start with the Hilton Aspire. To cut right to the chase, yes, I think the Hilton Aspire card is still absolutely worth it. The Hilton Aspire card is obviously designed for Hilton loyalists, or at least people who travel to different hotel properties a lot during the year. And the main core benefits that give you the most value with the Hilton Aspire are still there. So you still get automatic Hilton Diamond status, and you still get that free night award every year, which I think by itself, those two benefits alone still make up for that $550 new annual fee. Plus, if you are a Hilton loyalist and you stay at a lot of hotel properties throughout the year, then a lot of those other benefits are going to make up even more value for you. So the hotel credit, the flight credit, the clear credit even, and some of those other benefits that were added to the Aspire. I know obviously it's a downside, they were split up a little bit more, but especially if you're someone who's a Hilton loyalist and stays at those properties a lot, I think that you'll at least be able to use a good portion of those credits, which can give you more value towards the annual fee. With the Hilton Surpass card, I think this is a little bit more questionable, and I would say it might be worth it. To figure out whether the Hilton Surpass is worth it for you, I think there's a couple different questions you can ask yourself. So first of all, the main benefit on the Hilton Surpass that a lot of people value the most is going to be Hilton Gold status, which still remains on the card. So I think a good question to ask yourself is how much benefit you get from that status. Obviously, you get some good benefits like a food and beverage credit or free breakfast, the occasional room upgrade, and how much do you travel and how much do you stay at Hilton properties? How much is that going to be worth it for you? And then in addition to that, that $200 hotel credit that they just added, it's obviously going to be split up into 4 different quarterly increments. So it's probably going to be hard for a lot of people to fully maximize that credit, but how much of that can you actually maximize? Obviously, it's going to be impactful if it's only going to be $50 versus if it's going to be $100 or $150. Obviously, with the annual fee being at $150, I think a good way to figure out whether this Surpass is worth it to you is how much of that annual fee you can make up just with that hotel credit. And then also you want to figure out whether the Priority Pass lounge access, how much that was valued to you. Obviously, it's being taken away from the Surpass card now. So do you have another alternative or another way to get lounge access? Maybe you have even better lounge access with a card like the Amex Platinum, so this doesn't really matter. Or maybe you were using this card as a cheap way to get some sort of lounge access. Those are all great questions to ask and will help you figure out for yourself how much the Hilton Surpass card is still worth it or not. I think the Hilton Surpass card can still make sense for a lot of people as a starting point. So you get the Hilton Surpass card first, you lock in the sign-up bonus offer, and you get some experience with using Hilton-specific benefits. And then you can always downgrade that card to the no annual fee Hilton Honors card. And at some point in the future, go for the Hilton Aspire card, which is actually exactly the strategy that I took. I have the Hilton Surpass card right now, but I'm going to downgrade it before the next annual fee. And then I plan to get the Hilton Aspire card in the next year or two. Overall, I think Hilton credit cards are still very valuable. And I think for the right people, the Hilton Aspire and Hilton Surpass are still absolutely worth it. And if you want to learn more about how you can redeem the Hilton Honors points that you have for maximum value, then go watch this video next. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope this was valuable. I tried to get the video up as soon as I could so you were all informed of these major changes. So if you got value from the video, then please go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe down below for more videos just like this one. But I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and peace.